Look who joined us. How much? Extra much? Huh? The best? Oh, that's a new one. You have a Virgo boyfriend? Ah, that's what's going on behind my back. Does Matrix know? Huh? Does Matrix know? So there is a little cameo of a good luck cameo. How about I pay attention to Virgos right now? What do you say? What do you say, madame? I love you. Do you love me? Not so much. Okay, Virgos, welcome to your February-March forecast. And I have somebody's furry butt right into my nose. So somebody really wants me to understand, like, hey, I like you. Really, really strange way of how they express it, right? So you have let your friends help you. You have playfulness. And you have religious factors. But there is that basically spirit of playfulness. There is a spirit, somebody getting in your face, somebody needing you. Are you going to find them being a nuisance, or are you going to engage? It is very, very important, because I really think Safi sometimes comes here and tells a story. She helps me connect the dots. It says here, and you know that I don't always read these bottom messages, sometimes they're too cheesy, but it says ask for and accept, being the key word, support from others. So, you know, if something is like this coming your way, maybe you just need to kind of like build a certain energy. And you know, it is like sometimes time to engage. You are not necessarily a very playful sign, because you can't be playful and organized at the same time. I know I'm going to get zillion one explanations how to do it, but trust me on this one and just like stay with me if nothing else. Organized is really good, but playful is like something different. It is like allowing that certain things become disorganized. It is allowing somebody to introduce something really different in your life, which is not necessarily fitting in your vision of organization, right? Because after all, you have this Y card over here, and you also have this Kaunas rune. You really are not going to give up, right? I need to come forward. You need to drop everything you're doing. Maybe it's going to be some kind of a situation that is going to call for your full attention. And you know what? This is like also a great opportunity to de-stress. Something is going to come your way which you might find, oh, I need to skip it, it's not good. But something like this you really, really shouldn't skip, because even this 30 seconds, 1 minute of affection is taking the blood pulse down. It's giving you this, like, I mean, generosity that we are like sharing our lives and other species, and they're allowing us to actually be a part of their world. And you know, you cannot bribe them, right? You have to be doing something great. So Kaunas, like, I mean, it's worrying me a little bit, because it is a passion, it is an insight. So do not rush moving forward, because you do have these religious influences. To me, sometimes this speaks about marriage. It sometimes speaks about, you know, being a little bit rigid about things. And obviously, which way is it going to be, or why? Is this question why applying to why rigid, or why playful, or why should I let my friends help you? Well, you may be praising yourself with, I'm so independent, I'm so lovely, and I can do it all on my own. But you know, look at this mess that I get on the table. It's all worth it sometimes when you find the right person. It's about sacrifices. It's about a hangman card where you willingly do some kind of like sacrificial things, because you're realizing ultimately this is not a big deal. Things can work out even with the socks out of a drawer, or you know, all over the place. So Kaunas, it's really speaking, and it's kind of like weird because it was jumping both sides. It's kind of bounced, so I was not really sure which way to take it. So I'm going to give you both possible interpretation, right? Because in the upright, we are talking about the sudden insight. Something gets really, really clear to you. Very much like this card Y, where you can see this like book with the wings and some kind of like a light is coming through it, right? And it is also symbolizing basically igniting of passion. But when this comes inverted, it talks about that kind of like that light fades, because this is the whole I think meaning of this rune is light, and here is like a time for reassessment. And I really think this kind of like adds up with the other cards that we see over here. And you want to go on the table too, right? Yes. I'm just like being touched just like this. He's touching me like this on the side. So there it is something. You guys are going to have people around you who really will connect with you on a different level. It's not going to be, and that's why card. Because sometimes I tell my clients, you need to get rid of that why. That why kind of like gets you stuck. And there you go. You see, I finally got it. They left the table. Kitty cats left the building. So why, it's really talking about the motives and what is driving you. And when I speak to my clients, it's kind of like the old gramophone, kind of like getting stuck and repeating the same old story. And the story could be how we suffered. The story could be how somebody hurt us. The story could be why I'm not finding what I want to find. And isn't it interesting that always what you want to find is like something outside of us? Your card is Hermit card, and the Hermit is looking for the inner wisdom. So why are we looking everything outside? Better car, better house, comparison, this and that. Just be careful. Like the trainer that I hired for a dog is a Virgo, and I have noticed in Virgos, and I have lots of Virgo in me, and I really hope that I'm not doing that. I have noticed it before. I was dating a Virgo guy, and he would say, oh, why don't you drive Porsche? Like, this guy didn't have anything, not even like, I mean, a skateboard. And this guy, why don't you have a house? Well, I live in Toronto, and house in Toronto is $1.5 million, and that's a crappy little house. And that why question sometimes can get you in trouble, and especially when they are done like posed in a sense that you are not even seeking an answer, where maybe there is like a pompous way of saying, well, I have it and you don't have it. You have to be very careful, because let me be your friend and use this card and let me help you, because this is a time to reorganize, or maybe even recognize, rather to reorganize, whether you're being triggered by someone else, or is your behavior motivated by some kind of unresolved issues in the past. Do you sometimes snap? Do you sometimes feel like you have this like sharp, under kind of like cut kind of comment towards somebody just because? Maybe they didn't do anything to you. Maybe it was just a bad day. Maybe it was just like simple knee-jerk reaction. Maybe it was like simple, why don't I have it? And it just comes out in the wrong time, in the wrong place. So this is good in a positive if you're asking yourself why question in this way. Why am I feeling like this? And why did I say that? So then spend some time like doing the hermit mode, kind of like going inside, figuring out why is this all happening, and you're going to reach your answers. This is like your path to understanding. Go inside, but also allow playfulness. With kind of like landing those low walls, you end up losing the players who want to play with you, and hence you cannot have playfulness, because it kind of contains this play and full. So do you want to have your bucket full, and do you want or do you want to be rigid? Because religious factors to me always talks about dogma, always talks about religion, always talks about you need to follow this way and there is no other way. And I'm not religious. I actually cannot stand any organized religion. I'm very spiritual, because I really believe each one of us is experiencing things in a much different way, and each one of us has a different spirit. So who are these people to tell me what I have to eat, what I have to wear, who I can date, and so on and so forth? Yep, not for me. But if this is your thing, just knock yourself out. So let me shuffle cards and see what else you're getting this month, and see where we can go from there. Hi Virgos, so let's see this part. interestingly enough, I'll be telling you the cards as they come along, but I'm seeing these two majors, and one is like on the bottom of the deck. Another one is in the past. So the Fool was like something you were looking forward, going forward and doing things, and kind of like it's a new beginning, it's a new start, I want to do this. Very much like, I mean, I see you confused, like really in this period of time. And that could be partially because Mercury retrograde, right? And you're kind of like affected as well with Mercury, so that can actually play a role. Because look, you want to go up or you want to go down, you want to go up or you want to go down. But this is like really realizing that certain things have happened for a reason. Certain things maybe got released. Maybe it was like some kind of like karmic call that you had to do it. Because I see it over here as well. You have 7 and you have 7. That usually comes up when you have, especially when they, not all cards are good reversed, some of them are better reversed. In this case, you're having one good reversed and one bad reversed. So 7 of Pentacles upright, it's really saying, well, you know what, there's like this tendency that somebody wanted to move forward, somebody wanted to kind of like reap the fruits of their labor, hard labor, etc., etc. But when this reverses, it kind of like feels, oh my goodness, I am not going forward, I'm stuck. But you're stuck only because of that why. You're stuck because look at this, like somebody's looking, what else can I get, what else can I grab? But you know everything that has happened, you know everything that is going on here. For those of you that are planning to kind of go in a new direction, this is going to be a really tricky month. I really have to tell you, because Queen of Pentacles is coming reversed. Will you have opportunities? Sure. There's like this lovely, lovely Knight of Cups. And for Earth sign, this is a really, really good combination. Somebody offering you their heart, offering you like something they can do, right? Now, Queen of Pentacles reversed tells me that you might be a little bit moody, you might be whiny, you might come across a little bit harsh. You might take your swords out and kind of like pistols, or you know, swords, which one do you want me to take on duels? But you need to really work on it, because I do see here that there's like something that is leaving you kind of like on the edge. There's something that is leaving you unfulfilled, and this is all basically past conditioning, something that didn't work but it should have been working, and you were hopeful. So at this stage, it's really hard for you to even trust when certain good things come. Remember playfulness? Well, look at that. You might find that somebody's just like simply silly, but maybe they're silly because this is the best approach they can have in that moment. Because look at it, you also have 10 of Cups. Don't miss out on things, and this is in your environment, and it's saying, look, it can flow, things can flow, it can be abundance of good things coming. Interestingly enough, I just noticed they're actually sharks coming down, and I'm wondering if you in fact are more seeing the sharks than anything else, because look, it's coming back. These cards are also mirroring each other, but it's coming back with this kind of like upward motion. One thing, like, I mean, he's offering all these kind of like Valentine's kind of like abilities. In your hopes and dreams, you have 3 of Pentacles, and this is really talking about, okay, am I going to be a part of teamwork, and which one will we take? What do we do? Especially for those of you who will be thinking about how to get together with somebody, what to do, how to move forward, and that sort of things. Now, as far as where you are heading, it's interestingly these 2 cards on the top, like you're having 6 of Swords, but it's reversed. That is coming back to certain things that you felt are close. It could be somebody coming back. It could be the same problems are reoccurring. It's with the same person or with somebody else. It could be that somebody from the past is coming to offer you this love offer. So are you going to be ready, or just going to shut the door? Because sometimes things are not the right time and right place. Certain things I can see didn't grow, couldn't grow. And this 5 of Swords is always like that kind of like win or lose situation. I don't like the Magician. Maybe, especially if you have been dating air sign, That's going to be a tricky one, I do have to tell you, because it was like something, for those of you who dated air signs, it was something that you really hoped for, that you really wanted to enjoy, and you really felt kind of like short of being able to express yourself. But keep in mind that air, giving the ability to express themselves so quickly and so reasonably, maybe seeing something that they didn't like, because sometimes air doesn't say anything and they just leave because something has happened. And that's basically that essence you can kind of like pull inside of yourself to figure out things in the first place. So let me actually pull a few cards, a few clarification. I want to see this Queen of Pentacles. Why is she here? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles for my Virgos. So you're having a frivolity and you are having waiting. This card is actually in Vera Sibilla. This is Gypsy deck. In Vera Sibilla is called Belvedere, and it's showing a person with a monocular that she's looking at the wrong end of it. So instead of seeing things that can happen in the future and distance, it's basically saying that she needs to look at herself. And guess what this is? Guess what this means? This. It's again telling you playful, playful, playful. So why for a month you think like an air, think that you're on a just completely different planet, that everything around you, yeah, it's very weird, you might not like it, but you have to go along with it, because you know, when in Rome, do what Romans do, kind of a thing. And the waiting is like always like some kind of like pullback. I can see lots of pullbacks happening over here, but only if you let yourself go forward, things actually can work out. So it is really really important to think about it. So that was this I think Queen of Pentacles. So let me see the Hangman. So what is that's again, it's very much like about being on a foreign planet. Just go with the flow, be playful. But let's see this Hangman. What else can I find out about him? Again, we have the sights, again the waiting thing, and again telling you why not to be joyful or playful. Oh my goodness, you're getting messages like it's almost like hitting you. Well, did I say you have to be playful this particular month? Oh my goodness. And lastly, I want to see actually both of them. I want to see first of all the Six of Swords. What is that you are coming back to? What is that somebody's coming back to? Is there somebody who's coming back to, or you're coming back to something? Let's see what that is. Service and wife. See, wife doesn't have to be a wife, that you don't have to have the ring on a finger. You can be a single woman with a child over here, and maybe you're finding a completely different way of communicating with someone. Maybe you're finding that, you know, it's interestingly, we also have the boat over here, and we had that boat over here. Here we don't have the boat, but we do have like this vast water in the back, which kind of suggests that maybe boats could be floating around. To me, boats always talks about that something is appearing in a distance. Don't shut it down before it's over, because this could be that somebody from the past, yes, is coming back at this stage. You know, they are like treating you differently. You know, look at this, like opening the door, rolling the kind of like red carpet out. And it's not going to be the same old. And you know, when it doesn't kind of like continue going in the same direction, it doesn't when we change our vibration. We change our vibration when we change our karma, when we change kind of how we react to those why questions. So let me just get this like Queen of Pentacles right here. Why is she here? Queen of Pentacles. And I have money and servant, and money was reversed. And this is to me a very interesting card. Look at that. We have lots of money in here, but we also have some kind of like books, and we have no clue what's in the books, but the key is there. It's wide open. That's safe over here. There's some money on the table. And then we have a servant and we had service over here. So money being reversed, I am wondering, and that's kind of like how Queen of Pentacles could be. So she could be, oh money, just what can you do for me? So that's what the contrary is from playfulness. Remember, it was like my intuition that I had to go with in the very beginning. I didn't want to like come and step on anybody's toes, but I am basically doing this in order to connect with spirit intuitively, and I had to say, and it is coming through all over again. So guys, certain things are not going to serve you. Certain things need to be let go of. Why not to try something completely different? Why not to watch movies that you otherwise wouldn't watch? Why not to kind of like take courses otherwise you wouldn't take? Why not to go out with people you otherwise wouldn't do? I mean, within means, of course, right? But this is like the period where there's like possibilities, beautiful unity of something budding out of a love that can be like so nice and so soothing that it's going to have really, really healing power. So why not? It can happen to you as well, Virgo. So tell me how this month is going to go and what's going to happen. Just make sure, I guess you're like afraid on one side that you're going to be played with, and that's the playfulness. On the other hand, you're hesitating to be playful yourself. So that's the wisdom that you need to do. This is the wisdom that you need to address. So don't wait for things anymore. Just actively engage with life, and that's going to bring results, my dear Virgos. So please give me your sentiments, what you think, what's going on. Would love to hear your comments. Also, if you're not subscribed and you're still here, then if this resonated, just click the subscribe button. Also, there's live that probably some of you already know that I have every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is like kind of like meeting with Kat, coffee with me in the morning, and I do this weekly kind of like things. It's more or less chit-chatting, but guess what? Somebody always wins a mini reading with me. So that's an opportunity as well. So I think I covered everything, other than, yeah, you want a private reading with me, just do that by going to cattarot.ca, or to get more information from my coaching and the little kind of like articles, subscribe to my newsletter. Oh my god, what did I say? All of that? I'm exhausted. Okay, time to take a break. And you, Virgo, be playful. Let's go play.